We are on our July 8th Town Hall event, our monthly event. We love having these opportunities to get a chance to speak with our community. My name is Charles Thompson. I am the vision holder and founder of the Commonstead, alongside my beloved, who's with us this evening, Evangeline Thompson, our CEO. We have a lot of ground to cover, so I'm going to get started here, and we'll have pauses within. There'll be a couple of speakers joining us today, and then we'll have a time at the end for any live Q&A. Got a lot of ground to cover. We're going to talk about why we're here. I won't read every single bullet, but there's some major announcements we're going to cover tonight, and we're going to talk about kind of the next steps and where to go from here. But first, why are we here? We are truly an ecosystem. We're all about building local communities, driving local economies. Everything that we do is designed to impact with integrity and align with purpose. We can always talk about how much money we can make, but at the end of the day, it's how much we save people that helps us make money. And you're going to learn how we've taken out a lot of the middle people who are in the middle of driving this ecosystem. We are the bridge between manufacturers, between software developers, between any major company that wants to take things to market. So we eliminate the middleman or middle companies and save a lot of money to the end users and help our platform users make a lot of money doing so. In that, you'll see that we've got a number of products and services that we've taken to market. Our primary is energy efficiency. That's what we lead with primarily in the community. We help people with water efficiency as well as filtration. Now, filtration is limited to a few markets as we ramp that up. We do have a national partner that we're in the pilot mode of. We won't talk too much about that tonight. We do water filtration as well. Solar energy, both residential and commercial. In our solar energy, you can hear a major announcement tonight, but we're in 42 states in a new market that we're opening up this evening that is in phase 2. We're commercial in all states as well as numerous countries. We offer essential services, which means things that people use every single day. Cable, TV, internet services, really more passive things that we do behind the scenes. And some of the exciting things we do is everything is evolving here with AI and software is software as a service. And you're going to hear one of those amazing companies that we're helping take to market this evening. So it's a very exciting opportunity for us. This is a platform that you're going to find unlike anything else. Never have I seen in my 30 years of helping to build companies, and the last company that I helped grow to $1.4 billion in revenue in a period of 4 years, ever had anything like what you see here. We are a platform that's focused on collaboration as opposed to competition. You're not going to find another company that has manufacturers actually working with each other, which I'm so excited about because we're creating true connections. But it couldn't be possible without the group of CEOs that we have. And when you hear that term CEO, we call them Chief Execution Officers. Their responsibility is to take their lane and take that product or that service to market. And you can see all these wonderful people who are part of that team that help us take everything to market. Now, when you commit to the platform, if you're new, I want you to understand kind of how we work. There's 3 pathways. You can focus on residential sales, which is the fastest pathway, the fastest way to earn income and help people, just simply because the time that it gets install-wise, it doesn't take as much learning curve as well. The second pathway is commercial. This is a pathway that does oftentimes make more money than it does residentially, but it also takes a lot more time. So if you have the patience or if you have a network that you can connect with, you can start with commercial. Otherwise, I recommend people start with residential, fill up your pipeline, and as you start to earn money, then start dropping little time at one product here, one product there in the commercial side until you start to really make that conversion. So you'll find that the goal for us is to have you earn fast, and you're going to hear tonight how you can actually earn almost in your first day being in the platform. And the third platform is if you're a contractor or if you're a sales organization, we have a place for you where you can see the total cost. You get the wholesale cost. You will never be able to find a lower cost of getting the products and services that we offer from the manufacturer because we've negotiated that for you in advance. You can self-fulfill, meaning you can do all your own installs or you can leverage our network. And oftentimes Contractors love the fact that they have referrals that they're given to different markets. So you can actually have a national footprint, even if you're just local to one market. You set your own margins. You can use your software if you have it, or you can use ours. And it's proprietary and white label to everything that you need to run your business. We offer that to you through the CommonStead. The opportunity is massive. If you look at just the number of contractors that are in the United States that are working with homeowners and business owners, there's over 1 million contractors that we can help. And that means not only contractors that can come into our platform, but contractors you can contact to bring into the ecosystem should you desire to help them expand their business as well. And then from a business perspective, what kind of businesses you can help with our services, there's over 33 million in the United States and Canada. That doesn't count some of our international coverage. And just in the United States alone, there's over 150 million homeowners. And then there's a lot of things that we do that can benefit renters. I'm just trying to give you that scope, that scale. You talk about millions and millions of people that you can help with new products that are coming to market, things that can help people save money and change people's lives. With that, when you come to the platform, there's two types of roles or income roles. The first is called active income. That's where you actively sell, that you're engaged, where your sole responsibility when you first start is simply have a conversation, collect a utility bill. You don't communicate pricing. You don't have to even know anything about the technologies themselves. You hand it off to a pro. In time, if you desire, you can work to become a pro. If you do that, then you get 100% of the income on the commission that's earned. You're going to take it all the way through installation, coordinate all the engineering, anything it may take. So you get 100%. But if you're a pro and you're working with a connector, it's a 50-50 split. In my opinion, connectors are the most important people in our company. So if you're coming to us new and you're a connector, you're critical to the success of this company. A pro or a company wouldn't exist unless we had a lot of people out there making connections and making it happen. So I want you to know that your role is vital to our success as well as yours. There's passive income available to you as well if you desire. There's no requirement to build a team, but if you desire to build a team, you can do that. If you bring a contractor into our ecosystem, anything that they purchase, you're going to get 6% of their purchase price. If they bring in someone, you're going to get 3%. So it's a two-level system, not multi-level marketing, but a two-level compensation payout. Great incentives to you to build the team and also to encourage others to do the same. The same exists on the retail side. So if you start selling products and you bring someone in who sells products, the same compensation occurs. 6% if you directly referred somebody, 3% if they referred somebody. And it stops at that point. So it's got a great opportunity for you to have the potential of having passive income exceed your active income in a period of a year or less if you dedicate yourself or commit yourself to doing that. If you desire having passive income, and I don't know why anyone wouldn't, but some people don't desire to build a team, and that's fine. With that, the beauty of the platform, the beauty of everything that we do is having a lifetime customer. And you never want to skip a step that we do. The first step is just making a connection. You have that conversation, you collect the utility bill, and then you work with a pro. Again, you don't have to dive into learning technologies. You simply open up the door with a conversation about, hey, if I could show you a way of saving 15 to 35% on your energy bill for a home, would you be open to a conversation about that? No cost, no obligation. That's it. And then you collect the utility bill. From there, we do an energy analysis. There's no cost or obligation for that. That's done by the pro. Step number 3, they'll look at whatever efficiency technologies are best for them, whatever bundle is best for the homeowner or the business owner. And then we look at the potential for generation technologies. Currently, we are live, as I mentioned earlier, with solar in 43 states. And we have wind and hydro coming up in Q4, possibly Q1 of 2027. That's going to be exciting. That's going to be another major game changer. But here's the beauty. Step number 5 is you repeat that cycle. You go back to that very same customer for referrals. You go back to them to help them with another type of efficiency technology. Maybe you go back and help them with their water filtration. You have one cost of acquisition. multiple streams of revenue, multiple ways that you help the homeowner and the business owner either save or become more efficient at what they do. No company out there can offer you the type of repeat business that we do. So if you're a contractor, the beauty of that, you have a customer that you already acquired. You can go back to them multiple times to help them more often and generate income for yourself as well as benefits for them. Okay, that's who we are. That's how it all begins. I always like to start with that so we're all on the same page. Let's talk about those who have already been with us. What's happened since our last town hall? Let's go through some updates. First, we've got some amazing new marketing assets for you. If you go to resources.thecommonstead.com, there's a bunch of new assets for you. I'll just kind of scroll through those. There's new brochures on the entire site for the Aquaflow. These are some of our energy efficiency products for commercial applications and residential applications. These are flyers as well. There's these awesome carousel type of graphics that you can post online that show the benefits of what our products can do. These are simple downloadable graphics that you can do. There's brochures that turn into actual catalogs, which you can take and you can put your name on those. You can put your contact information on those. You can download as a PDF or you can download as images and use those as tremendous assets to build your business. There's 3 versions. There's a version that has no price. I recommend that version just so it opens up the door. There's a version that has a price. So if you're already a pro, you may want to use the one with the price. And then there's a version that if you're looking to build a team, it shows you not only the price, but it shows you the commission that you'll earn, as well as any passive income that you'll earn having brought someone into having sold that product. So those are the amazing tools that are available to you, as well as a lot of new graphics that you can post to just open up the conversation. Oftentimes when people come into the company, they say, I don't really have a big network. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Social media and AI can build your business for you. Graphics like this are a simple conversation starter, and we have them for every aspect of what we do. These are samples of what you put up to help somebody see how much we can potentially save them. Just gets the conversation started. In addition to that, there's additional files that you can share if you want to get more into the sales brochure type of things. There's all of these are located on resources.thecommonstead.com. And then the last one is what some people are going to learn about on our upcoming live event, which we're launching here live in Florida and soon in another market that you'll hear about today about water filtration. And once we get that all working together cohesively in these 2 markets, and we're going to take it out into multiple markets at the same time. Water filtration is an amazing benefit that you can bring, and there's just simple graphics that you can post to get their attention, get that conversation started. All right, so those are some of the assets we have in building your business. Now, in addition to that, if you do desire to build a team, there's resources there for you as well, both residential, commercial, and contractors. You can see that each tab has different graphics for you to be able to share. You can put these up on social media. You can text them. You can email them. You can do whatever way you want to share these different resources that we have, different ones based upon the application. There's residential, there's commercial, as you can see here, and then there's ones for contractors. And again, contractors are an awesome opportunity for you to talk to local contractors that may be doing HVAC work. They could be electrical contractors. These are great ways for them to enhance their business, increase their revenue flow, and do more great for their customers and the community than themselves. Those are all the tools that you have available. More and more get added every time we do. If you are looking to build a team, by the way, we'll recap with this towards the end. I host once a month on the 4th Wednesday of each month, a program on team building. And I've built teams for the last 30 years. And it's not a complicated thing to do if you learn how to have the right conversation. So you can make a note of that. And this deck will be posted. They'll all be able to see it. Now, what I'm excited about, and I'll stop talking for a few minutes, is to share with those of you who know how the platform's been evolving, some of the great things that have been done by Sam Peterson. He's on with us this evening, but this is going to be a great demonstration of just a little bit of an insight of where we're heading with the improvements to our platform. So let me get that video started, and I'll let that video do the talking for itself.
Hello, everyone. This is Sam here with an update on the software side of the CommonStead. We are very excited to announce a new member of our team. Her name is Eve, and she is an AI sales assistant that you will soon have access to. In light of us trying to make everything a bit more simple, we thought there was no better way than to bring an AI assistant to the platform that you can use to do a variety of things. Virtually everything that you would click through and do on the platform, you can ask our new AI sales assistant to do for you. As with most AI agents and in the AI space, things are evolving and developing quickly. So we want to preface this by saying Eve is still learning and we will be releasing her very soon. But it's important for you to know that with every interaction that you have, she will continue to learn and get better. So what you'll notice here is I'm showing you Eve and Eve's team. Eve is the agent that you will be interacting with, and I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. But Eve also has a team of agents working underneath her. You have Sage, a weekly reporting agent. You have Echo, a follow-up drafting agent for your leads and follow-up drafting, whether that be an email or a text message. And what we'll be rolling out to the pros is an additional 2 agents, Harbor and Muse. Now, all 4 of these agents, you will never interact directly with. You will interact with Eve, the main orchestrator agent, and she will delegate certain tasks to certain specialist agents. So each of these sub-agents have a unique set of skills that make them good at what they do. Let's get into it here. When you're in the chat, you're going to interact with Eve just like you would any other LLM or agent like Claude or ChatGPT, but what you'll get with Eve is unique and specific knowledge and an understanding of the CommonStud platform. You'll be able to virtually do everything that you can click through and do on the platform yourself by just asking Eve to do it. I'll give you an example here. I'm going to ask Eve how my week went. Eve is going to tell me, or rather, Eve will dispatch to Sage and say, it looks like it's been a good week. We've had 2 wins, 3 projects moved forward, 3 went quiet. This is an example where we would ask Echo, our follow-up agent, to draft some follow-up emails so that we can get these leads or opportunities back on track. You'll notice here that Echo is presenting you with 3 different drafts for 3 different leads that have gone quiet. You can come in here, you can edit these. You can also dig into why Echo is suggesting that we follow up with these. Each of these agents will be able to see your entire pipeline. They'll know all the details of your customers. They'll know what your interactions have been like with your pro, if you're a connector, and they'll be able to make recommendations. The most exciting part about this is that they will get more intelligent over time. You'll notice that if we go back into our agents here and we click on Echo, you'll be able to change the color. This is fun. This is the avatar color, but you'll also be able to specify how you want Echo to interact or make suggestions on your behalf. You'll be able to set a follow-up sequence or a reoccurring job where it will look at your pipeline on every 3-day basis or a daily basis even, and it will be able to suggest different leads and different actions that you can take to get your customers to the next stage of the pipeline. You'll notice that they are learning from you. So every interaction that you have with Eve, it's cataloging that and trying to understand how it can be of better service for you. You'll notice here it has found that I like to keep it to 3 short sentences. Maybe I like to mention financing up front, and I like to sign off with talk soon. If I don't like this, maybe I don't want to mention financing up front. I just get rid of that. I click save, and now Echo knows that I no longer like to mention financing at the beginning of a conversation. I'm going to go back into the chat here. We've got these different follow-ups. When we like what we see, we can click approve. The next thing I'm going to show you is maybe we want to learn more about EcoStella. Tell me about EcoStella. We'll see a brief description of the EcoStella line, and it will also redirect us to any learning resources or learning paths that exist in our knowledge base that are related to EcoStella. It might be a document, it might be a video, it might be an entire learning path that you still need to complete. You'll see a brief snapshot here, but then you'll be able to redirect into that asset inside of our knowledge base tool. The exciting part here is that Eve will also be able to read utility bills. and it will be able to create opportunities for you. So this becomes an extremely useful tool while you're on the fly. If you're out in the field and you're on your phone, you just come into Eve and you say, I need to create a new opportunity. It's residential. Her name is Maria Rivera. This is her address. Run the assessment. And I'd like to select Daniel Okafor as my pro. I'm going to create the opportunity. Daniel's been notified. On to the next one. Now, over time, this is going to become a lot more robust. There's going to be a lot more that you can do with Eve, or rather have Eve do for you. That's the whole goal. We want to give you the space and the bandwidth to focus on what will drive your business the most, or what you like or enjoy doing the most inside of your business. That is all we have for right now. We're very excited to get your feedback. The sky feels like the limit here, so we really look forward to your feedback and trying to understand what would make the most sense for you as a user using an AI assistant to drive your business in this energy efficiency space. So thank you, and I hope you all have a great day.
Right. How about that, Mr. Sam Peterson? Killing it, man. And he said the sky is literally the limit. Wait till you see what's coming out next week. I mean, this was recorded in advance for you to be able to see a little bit about what's happening, but the best is ahead, as I oftentimes say. So I'm very, very excited about that. And the next phase is going to be even better. We're going to help you build your businesses in ways that you may have never, ever had anticipated that you could do through the benefits of adopting AI early on. Everything that we did was built with the future in mind. AI is the foundation of everything that we put together. And you're going to see some amazing opportunities come out of that. Okay, now, with that being said, we have a few announcements for you this evening. 3 to be precise. The first one, super excited about our expansion continuation. Some of you know that we announced last month our initial opening into Puerto Rico with the partnership with Resilient and Alejandro, and it's been a wonderful partnership using one financing source. But the true expansion that we have set up is really what you're going to learn about this evening. And this is our partnership with SunPlus. And this is a company that I'm so honored to partner up with and help us all go to Puerto Rico with multiple opportunities, not only solar, energy efficiency, commercial and residential, water filtration, but partnered up with the best companies in Puerto Rico. And we're honored to have with us this evening, Gilberto. I hope you're still on with us, Gilberto, but I'd love if you would, Gilberto and Moises, to take a few minutes. Gilberto, if you would, introduce yourself, sir. Tell us a little bit about you and anything you want to share, and then I'll turn it over to Moises. Can we keep it, Gilberto? There he is. Moises, you may have to do the speaking, sir.
Okay, I'm here. Thank you, Charles. Maybe he was on the road and maybe he's getting some connection trouble, so I'll take it on. If he gets in connected, we'll introduce them in a few minutes. For me, it's a pleasure, huge pleasure to be here, Charles, and I'm honored to be part of what we're doing and building together here. My name is Moises Garib. I've been in the solar energy space for the last of maybe 18 years or so. I've been doing residential solar, commercial solar in Puerto Rico and the United States for that time. So we've built, I've worked with Charles for many years building other projects that we both worked on that led to what we're doing today. And, we just been talking about building this opportunity and creating the ability of expanding the Commonwealth into Puerto Rico with the right proposition, like we say. And here at SunPlus, we are ready to deliver that. Our experience and our background in what we do, it's been our core essential to build the company that we have built. Gilberto is our CEO, and he's been building this company, in solar space for the last 18 years. Our mission, obviously, is making solar energy simple and accessible to all, right? Puerto Rico, it's one of the, I'd say, one of the probably biggest markets in solar because of the the issues that Puerto Rico has, right? The grid instability, the hurricane in the Caribbean, the high energy cost for Puerto Rico, the missing of resiliency where power goes out constantly, and all of those things bring us to having, being able to deliver something to the Puerto Rico cities that we can become resilient. And we at SunPlus are experts at that. We've built thousands of residential homes and commercial clients, and obviously we're bringing that experience into the Commonwealth. We are, partners with LightReach in Puerto Rico. We definitely, I'm seeing the slides now, Charles, thank you. Leading the charge, we do events and we do lots of building into Puerto Rico. We have multiple offices in Puerto Rico. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility that we just built to be our central hub for Puerto Rico, where we deploy all of our installations for the whole island of Puerto Rico. We are a direct partner of Palmetto and LightReach, which is the same product. Palmetto being probably the best PPA/lease that we have on the island. In reality, it's not a lease; it's a PPA. It's a power, power production product, and we'll talk a little bit more about that when we do. But it's definitely the product that will allow us to go into every home in Puerto Rico and make sure that we can provide to them safe and good quality energy with resiliency and backup for the future. So obviously, our commitment has always been to service, to quality, and to trust. And I've known Charles for last 8 or 10 years, and like I said before, we've been building together other projects before, and we know that the capabilities of what we have at hand right now are just the beginning or where this is going. So we are super excited to be part of the Commonwealth and be part of this expansion in Puerto Rico. You're going to hear a lot more of how that looks like, how we will onboard our next step of sellers, connectors, and closers into the platform. And we are planning an live event in Puerto Rico for our official launch, later in the next month. I think August 1st, right, Charles? If we don't,
Sir.
We have an event planned for August 1st. It's going to be a live event in Puerto Rico where we officially, join hands and put it into the public and make sure that we open up. And we're ready. We're excited. We also have a lot of marketing material. We've been in, we've been in the island for 18 years, like I say. So we're a company established and solid enough to be able to develop what we promise to our clients. We are definitely based on service and execution, right? Because at the end, it's not all about selling; it's all about execution. Until we put glass on the roof, until our solar panels are installed and those batteries are connected, our job is not done, right? Our job gets done when we are actually finishing up and connecting that customer to his resiliency project and making sure that family is safe moving forward with quality energy and resiliency for their families.
Standing Moises, so honored and excited about working with you on this. It is going to be amazing. And Gilberto, unfortunately, we couldn't get you on audio today, but you'll get the recording. Super excited about the next steps. As Moises said, this is just a sampling of some of the assets you're going to see, an amazing amount of marketing materials. I'm going to walk you through some of the economics. Moises did talk about the fact that we do have LightReach, and with Alejandro, we have Sunvita as well. So you have options on the island. And I'm going to sneak peek the fact, I'm not going to say any names, but there's going to be another financing option that we're going to be unveiling. We hope to have that fully done and ready for you all when we have the big event, which we'll talk about here in just a moment. Anything else, Moises? Did you?
No, you're exactly right. Our job is not only, we are definitely our LightReach partner, and that's our mainline product for residential, but we do have other financial options that we have some in play now, some that are coming with, like you say. We have a big announcement hopefully in a couple of weeks for our next one. But our job is to make sure that we have the proper tools for our sales force to be able to deploy the services and systems that we do with the highest of expectations to the customer and the highest quality. So our goal is to have the best ability to provide financing services and solar at accessible pricing with the best qualities and the best partners so that our clients are happy. So we're not all about, money. It's all about execution and properly serving our customers. That's
Well,
why we've been here for 20 years.
well said, sir. Well said. I love that. And I'll break down some of the economics, right? And I think the industry should follow the lead that has taken place in Puerto Rico that you're seeing on the screen here today. Getting away from those who don't know the solar industry, don't worry about the terms that we're using. We can all talk about percentages, but the industry is built on something called a red line. And it's a broken model, in my opinion, but it's what the industry was built upon. And it's part of what broke the industry. Puerto Rico and we have shifted to a percentage-based compensation plan. The average commission is about $6,000 per deal. That's solar and battery included. It's 10% of the retail price. No games, no playing, chasing the low red line, things like that. It's just so much better for the industry. If you're a connector, again, simple conversation, you can get 50% of that commission by tagging and working with a pro. If you're a pro, you get the entire commission. So you earn the entire commission. And if you decide to build a team, we do have team building revenue set aside for those who want passive income. The average override will be about $600 for your direct recruits if you decide to build a team. And as we just said, there's multiple financing options specifically for Puerto Rico. We do have coverage in 42 states. I said 43 because I count Puerto Rico. That's part of the United States. We're the mainland, they're an island, a beautiful island at that. So I'll say 43 for that number. So in addition to that, Moises teased the fact that our first live event, this will be with Gilberto, a couple of other very well-known names will be with us, but Moises and I will be launching our first live event on August 1st at 11 a.m. And this is always fun, not giving an address, but giving a pin in Puerto Rico. So join us live. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be an opportunity to get to know us. You're going to see how dedicated we are to the vision. You'll meet the leadership team. You'll meet the people who are going to take everything throughout the entire beautiful islands of Puerto Rico. So mark that on your calendar. There'll be a lot of promotion coming up about this, but that'll be our first live in-person event on August 1st at 11 a.m. Anything else?
We're super excited, Charles. Just want to wrap this with saying that we are so stoked of having this event at our main location that we have been building since December. Gilberto, we bought a nice property in the island to create our main hub office, and this is a work in progress that we've been building, and we're so excited to actually open it up to our friends and colleagues and partners on August 1st and show them what the facilities that we bring and how our team works together to make sure that we deliver the right projects at the right price point with the right service. And again, super excited about what's going next.
Likewise, and we'll see you soon, my friend. Travel safely, and
thank you.
See you when you
Looking
get back.
Forward to it, my friend.
All right, the best is ahead, brother. Appreciate it.
That. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, that's one big announcement. The next big announcement is something we've been working on for months. We thought we might have been able to talk about it in the last town hall, but we just had to work on some of the finer details. Super, super excited about this. And I'd actually ask you, any of you, put in the chat if you know anyone who works in real estate. Just put a 1 in the chat if you know anyone who works in real estate. Take a minute just to see what that looks like. I'm going to look at the chat on my end and see if you know anyone who works in real estate. I think pretty much anybody does, right? Well, how about if you could come to a real estate agent? And I'll tell you, from a previous business that I've been in, we had dozens of people literally build their business simply by partnering with real estate agents. Literally built the business simply by partnering with real estate agents. We've got something better than just partnering with real estate agents to help them with solar. We've got opportunities to help them run their business. So I'm going to start with a short video. It's about a 3-minute video, and then I'm going to introduce the founder of the company and a gentleman who's been instrumental in building out the SaaS model for us to take to market. So let me go with that video. We'll start there.
Hi, everybody. I wanted to give you a quick overview of Compsta and the features that we have in this software and the solutions that we're providing to real estate agents and their clients. So first, I'm going to give you kind of a quick rundown of the software. First, we've got our overview dashboard where agents can quickly see where they're at in their pipeline, so they can see how many listings they have, if there's any dates that they need to be aware of or any leads that they need to be following up with. And all of this can be fully customizable to what the agent prefers to see when they first log into their Comsta dashboard. We've got quick buttons so that they can easily access the things that are most important, like generating a CMA, which is one of the things that Comsta is most known for, tracking their buyers and sellers, and quickly adding a lead or a contact like a lender or a vendor. Now, everything starts with the client, right? So we do have quick and easy ways that you can categorize your leads and even capture them by either entering in their information manually or using a shareable link that would look something like this, but of course, fully branded to that agent. Now, once we capture their information, it is very easy for us to generate a CMA off of that. Like I said, we are known for these CMA reports because we can take that information that they're giving us and with AI be able to easily generate that CMA report that's very data rich, but still easy for the clients to understand and customizable for that agent. Off of that CMA report, we can actually build all of these other reports, like an investment analysis on the house, open house software, a utility scope, a custom property page, a marketing plan, a listing presentation, and of course, those listing trackers. Our goal is to make sure that nothing falls through the cracks with these listings. And we do that by having a systematic approach where it once again can be customized to the agent's preferences and is fully communicated to the client through a client portal as well. We do the same thing on the buyer end so that buyers aren't left in the dark either. They can have those same checklists, see what property picks are, the agent is pushing for them so they can decide which ones they want to see next, and even be able to have that back and forth communication through a portal as well. We've got some great features with our listing media so that we can quickly and easily do some social media posts on any listings that that agent has, generate any content, and even be able to do some quick like property flyers and postcards. We truly do want to cover everything that an agent has to touch for these listings and automate everything we can so that they can focus on having that personal touch for their clients. So there's a lot of features to cover inside of Comsta, but this is just kind of that quick overview so you can see the potential that this has to not only save time for agents, but also to improve their productivity because we're getting rid of the busy work so they can reach more people.
Wow. So you see that, and you might be asking yourself, well, why would we want to take a real estate software to market? And I mentioned prior to showing that video, there was an incredible number of people that I knew in a previous company that strictly made a business out of helping real estate agents diversify their income with solar. And in most cases, they were getting paid only $1,000 as a referral fee. We have the ability to help real estate agents, and I'm going to turn the floor over to William here in a moment, but to help real estate agents diversify not only their way of communicating with their customers, but their income streams in multiple ways by helping homeowners who are looking, when they first come in, what's the first thing a homeowner looks for when they get into a home? Where am I going to get my cable? Where am I going to get my TV? Where am I going to get my home security? Where am I going to get this? Where am I going to get that? They always talk to a real estate agent about that. That's the first person they go to. That's their go-to. Through this partnership, we're going to be able to help them not only give software to run their business, but to diversify their income stream. And much like you're going to see us getting a revenue share for helping Comsta, the real estate agent is going to get a 20% revenue share for taking and just helping us introduce the products to their customer base. Phenomenal opportunity for us to get tremendous amount of exposure. You can build your business by partnering up with real estate agents, brokers, and agencies. With that being said, framework, William, I thought that might help people to see why the heck are we doing this? William, I'm honored to be partnered with you. We are honored to be partnered with you, and I'd love to introduce you to the CommonStead team, both virtually and recorded in the coming future. William, the floor is yours, sir.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you, Charles. And thank you, everybody, for being here. And thank you for inviting us. So hello, everyone. My name is William. I am the lead developer and CTO here over at Comsta. And it's really been a pleasure being a part of the Common State community, and I'm super excited to share with you how this partnership can help you grow your business and how you can help real estate professionals grow theirs and maintain their business. Sorry, next slide. So, we built Comsta because we saw agents and experienced firsthand as well how agents were paying for multiple kind of disconnected tools and had multiple tabs open, multiple apps. We're really just spending a lot of their time just juggling all these different tools, and they weren't really working smarter. They were just trying to handle that side of the business. And so we wanted to create a tool that really limited the complexity and added value to their business. So with this, being able to spend less time on managing that and being able to spend your actual time and effort on, making money, dealing with clients and things like that. So Comsta, began as kind of this area where CMAs were taking agents upwards of an average of 4 hours a week, and that's dedicated time to actually sit down, research, go through, comparables and market data, and really build a report that clients could see and understand. And that's just, honestly, a waste of time. So we were able to access multiple data sets and thousands of data points to create a CMA engine. That's kind of where this all started. And so we were able to take that process of 4 hours down to just a few seconds. And so that's kind of where that built. Going from there, we basically went into marketing, lead generation, showings, and transaction management, and even integrations into agents' existing workflow. What existing tools did they want to keep? So this is really a plug and play system. So this kind of is a all-in-one for agents who need something that can be their whole process from start to finish, or it can also just fill in the gaps where they feel like it's kind of lagging behind, or where they're getting stuck or their clients are feeling stuck. So that's kind of where this grew into. So whether you're working with or connected with an individual or solo agent, or a growing real estate team, or even an enterprise brokerage, with hundreds of agents, there's a place for Comsta in their system. This platform scales alongside any business at any level. So yeah. One of the things we're really excited about is talking about the partner program with Comsta. So this is not just a one-time referral fee. Comsta is all about rewarding long-term relationships. So we want to, have a way for you to be able to keep connecting with these real estate agents and allowing them to access these tools and the updates that come with Comsta. This is, we're looking at a 20% flat commission on every invoice paid over 36 months. So whether they sign up for a monthly or they sign up for an annual plan, this is a recurring revenue stream that can become passive if you build that relationship right. So, the examples here illustrate, a recurring revenue model that compounds over time. So the more you add, the more you get, the more agents you sign up, whether it be an individual agent or those real estate teams, you can really build on that. Moving on from there, the process is really simple. It's all about building on those relationships you have with real estate agents, and going from there, introducing them to the platform, using a demo account to be able to show them all the facets of Comsta and introducing them to that, and then onboarding them and signing them up with your partner link through a dashboard. So, and not only is there a dashboard, but there's also dozens of sales assets, branded links, and as well as you can manage your entire monthly payout via Stripe as well through the platform. But yeah, this is growing. Comsta is all about growing with the industry. So much has changed in the real estate game over the past decade, and a lot more has been changing. So we want to be at the forefront of being that all-in-one tool for agents on the singular level all the way up to the enterprise level. So I appreciate you guys for having us here, and thank you, CommonStead. Thank you, Charles, Evangeline, for inviting us here and being a part of the CommonStead.
Honored to have you and Sydney. We're really, truly excited about this partnership, William. I think it's going to be a game changer. And I see some comments in there, but I have lots of questions. Good news is tomorrow is going to be our first training session. I'll announce that towards the end of the session here today. And if someone could be so kind on our team here to put into the link, you can go ahead and get started by sharing that link right there. If you want to actually start as an agent, if not, you come tomorrow to the training and we'll walk you through how to share your links and get yourself started. What is there anything else I should say on that note, William? Matter of fact, I want to.
No, I talked about CMAs, and this is, this engine is huge. This is pulling in thousands of data points across multiple data sets, and we're always, adapting and learning and fine tuning it. It's one of these things that we feel like will really give agents accurate data about their clients or potential clients homes and buying, even purchasing homes. This works for not just listing agents who are trying to get clients that are wanting to sell their house, but also gives buyers perspective as to what a potential house that they're interested in is worth. So it works in multiple ways. And as well as that, these data sets are used across the other reports, like the video demonstrated. We are working on adding more reports. We have things like the utility scope and the investment analysis that works great as well. So we're just building on those.
Fantastic. Thank you, sir. And there's some questions, and I know these questions are going to be really directed primarily to tomorrow. So Dave and others, they're asking for links that they can use so they can sign up, start to recruit. Is the apply link the proper one for them to use?
We will put that in the chat real quick.
Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
So those listening to the recording, check your emails. We'll have email announcements going out. And you'll find the schedule every Thursday for the next 3 or 4 weeks. We'll be doing training, and then we'll turn that into open office hours like we have done with everything else. So, William, thank you and Sydney for such amazing work that you put together. This partnership, I truly believe, is the next level for this company. So, super excited. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, good to see some feedback in the chat there. So get those questions brewing up and make sure we'll recap where to go tomorrow. And it's in the newsletter as well. Last announcement of the day, and we've accomplished a lot here in 49 minutes in. This is something that I'm personally super excited about. We have spent the last year building the CommonStead. And a lot of what you have to do when you first start a company, we had this massive vision that was 10 years in the making, and execution takes a lot of time. It comes with a lot of trials and tribulations, and some, pardon my expression, say you got to throw some shit against the wall. And that is just the truth. You have to do a lot to see what is actually going to be what resonates, what's going to stick. You've seen us for the last couple of months really focusing on the conversation, the simplification, and really dialing things in. Now it's time to put you all to the test. Have we done what we said we were going to do? And now are you going to do what you need to do to help people keep more? And that's the name of the challenge. I love contests, but sometimes I don't like about contests is it's always about all the money. Again, everything that we do, when we make money, we're helping people. Every appointment uncovers opportunity. Every bundle helps someone reduce waste, save money. And every solar contract has long-term massive savings. So we built the contest around that theme. And you might say, why did you push it from July 8th through December 7th? Because we're just announcing it. But we want it to be something that we have a very special payout for everybody for Christmas. Rather than giving you money into just the end of summer, let's extend this and have a major contest that can help each of you achieve something that can give you some benefits for helping your family and friends for the activities around the holiday season, as some might call it. I'll call it Christmas. And it's the Keep More Challenge. It's $100,000 or more in prizes. We're going to have some really fun weekly prizes, particularly with special programs like we're doing with CompSTA and some things you'll hear on the next town hall. So there's going to be new things coming in that won't fit into the bundle category. So you don't have to worry about that. We're going to always have some special incentives. And the way it's going to work is effective value, not cash value, but effective value is about $10 per point. And we want to reward new people for generating appointments. The simple criteria is we'll pay you $50 per appointment. You're a new person, we'll pay you $50 per appointment. One of those 4 appointments has to convert to a contract. That's pretty simple. 1 out of 4, 25% ratio when you're talking about something that's saving people money. So if you're new and you generate 4 appointments, you're going to get $200 plus whatever the 50% of the commission is once that contract has been effectively installed, sold, installed, depends on what it is. Some of these are, in solar, it takes a longer lag time. So we're going to pay once it's approved for financing. We're not going to wait for it to be fully PTO'd, if you know what that term is. We want to get you paid. We want to get you excited. We want to get you in here. So the bundles are worth 50 points each. So what does this mean? We want you to know that to qualify for the big bonuses, you're going to have to be at least at 2,500 points. So if you look at this, a bundle being valued at effectively 5 bundles is valued at $5,000. We're taking every bit of margin that we have and we're giving it to you to help us build the next phase of this company. So here's the basics that go to it. Let me go to the next slide. So you see the point structure, 10 points, 50 points, 150 points. This will all be on a web page. You'll be able to read it. It's not complicated. We're not going to make a whole bunch of rules and restrictions. It's going to be 10 basic foundational rules, ethical rules. And the prizes are going to begin at $25,000, then 15, 10, 75, and you can see how it will continue on from there. The incentives that are going to come your way are going to be measured based upon the number of points that have been achieved. To be eligible for the prizes, you've got to be at 2,500 points if you're going to be in the running for the big target. What does that mean? If it's a solar deal, about 1 every 9 days. About 1 every 9 days for you to be eligible to earn $25,000 award. For bundles, it's about 2 per week. You can see there's obviously less cost on a bundle, so there's less margin on a bundle. So it's about 2 per week. It's that simple. So we want as many people to be in the running, even if somebody starts in October, they're still capable of being in the running for the top prizes, the top 5 prizes that are out there. I've been involved in contests for 30 years, and I took a look at this, and I wanted to make sure that it was something that was going to encourage, incentivize everyone, not just the top 5 people all at the same time, right? This is the people that can come in and be a rock star and go right out the gate and be eligible for a $25,000 prize. And then you're going to see weekly prizes that are given away as we get into the second month. We've got to build up the momentum, and then we're going to start giving out weekly prizes and then special incentives for new offerings like CompSTA and other things that we might do. Somebody was on a meeting that they saw the program. He just messaged me, Puerto Rico is going to lead the charge. Well, I hope so. I hope that everybody here can see that as you get started, you've got a tremendous opportunity to earn great bonuses and incentives. And here's the 10 basic rules. They'll be put on the website for you, but it's super simple. Only eligible appointments, qualified appointments. It's a 4-to-1 rule. So we don't want to have somebody come in and game the system and put a lot of appointments in that don't convert. So you got to have 1 out of every 4 convert. Pretty simple. Self-generated appointments. You can do self-generated appointments, but you can't do it strictly for getting appointments for family members and for self. They got to have conversions. And these are the basic quality standards, simple rules and requirements, integrity, the things that will basically help us, help you and the entire company operate profitably and with integrity. So it's a super contest. I'd love to see some comments in the chat. Who wants to be in the running for the top prize of $25,000? And then it's going to be 25, 15. There's a lot of prize money going to be given away. It's $100,000 that's going to be given away just prior to the holidays. Keep throwing those names in there. You've got some awesome opportunity. There you go, Dave. See, all the other names come up there. Great. Let's have a fun time. We'll start to measure this, and we really will start putting some of the announcement out during town hall. So come to town halls to get contest updates and see how everything is taking place from here. So I'm super fired up about it. I really want to celebrate with all of you. And I also want to celebrate with some of you in person. Those of you who might be within a 4 to 6 hour drive or a short flight, there is an event coming up this Saturday here in Bradenton, Florida. It is a 4-hour event, but the first 2 hours are social and then training, and then the second 2 hours strictly social. So it's a great opportunity. It's a live event. If you're interested in being here, just let us know. You can go to, I'll show you a page you can go to, actually go interactive here in a few minutes so you can register if you want to be here. Or if you know anyone within a reasonable drive distance from Bradenton, Florida, which is halfway between Tampa and Sarasota, invite them. They're your guests. They'll be encouraged to join the platform. Of course, they will be your team member. If you know anybody in Florida, I'd highly encourage you to bring them to us. Okay, we're going to start wrapping up here. Let's talk about our next steps. And this is where we always recap what we have available for you. Every day we have something for you, Monday through Friday. You'll notice Thursday there's a new addition, and that's the real estate angle. So if you are interested in leveraging Compsta's platform and really taking your business to a whole new level, quick financial benefits, but the most important thing I want you to remember in the background, what's going to be happening is we're going to be marketing to the customers with the agents. The agents do not have to sell anything. That's the beauty. So we're going to be splitting the revenues a third, a third, and a third. So a third's going to go to Compsta and the revenue, or I'm sorry, a Compsta and the agent. A third's going to be kept by the connector. A third's going to be kept by the pro. If you're a pro and you signed up a real estate agent, a third's going to go to Compsta and the agent. 2/3 is going to go to you. It's just really that simple. And a phenomenal way for you to build your business. And if you want to learn more about that, be here tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern on the same link that we always use. In addition to that, we have monthly events some of you know about. The first Wednesday of each month is Jeff Boyer, and he helps you take your goals and really give them legs, and not in a literal sense, but in the sense that you can actually build upon those goals and really make that the economics make sense. And the contest is going to be really important for that. Second Wednesday of each month, as you know, we have the town hall event that we're on here this evening. The third Wednesday of each month, my beloved has a mindset coaching workshop. And I know this month, which is next week, she's going to be helping you learn about Evangeline. If you don't mind maybe taking a few seconds, what is the session specifically going to be about next Wednesday?
Well, as always, my workshop topics are quite blunt. Our workshop next week is going to be centered around how to listen. And it's the sales skill that nobody practices. We all know as salespeople, the one biggest flaw that we all have is we talk too much and we don't listen enough. So this workshop breaks down how to listen for you in really practical steps and gives you a way to practice it on your own. And I hope to see you all there.
And this might be one that we actually record because it's one of those that's not so much just about mindset that you're sharing a lot of personal things. It's one that we all need to hear. I said to Evangeline, I said, God gives us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Sometimes people think they have 2 mouths and 1 ear. I don't know. We talk too much or we don't talk enough. And I think you're going to pick up a lot of value from Evangeline in that coaching workshop next Wednesday, 5 p.m. Same meet.thecommonstead.com. And then, of course, the fourth Wednesday is the team building event. I'm here every time just to peel back the layers on how you can build your team. And this is it. This is the next chapter where we're going to spend 2 more minutes here and then we're going to wrap it up. I'm shocked how much we can cover in an hour. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this screen here If you're interested in getting involved in any of these registrations for different categories of interest, I'm going to actually make my screen interactive. So I'm going to stop screen sharing for just a moment, and I'm going to go to interactive mode, another really cool feature about this platform that we have. Let me go to the pre-registration page, and I'm going to make this actually interactive and live. So it's going to take a moment to populate on your screen. And when it does, you don't have to write this link down, even though it's pre-register.thecommonstead.com. It's actually going to pop up for you, and you're going to be able to see that on your screen. And you'll be able to fill that form in. Let me make sure that I shared my screen. Yeah. Can you see that screen? Anybody on your side? Put a chat.
Not yet.
A chat. All right. So let me do a full interactive, and then I guess I had to hit share. How about that? That would be smart to do. All right. Share. Here it is. There we go. Coming up on my side now. Give it about a few seconds. It should pop up for each of you. So pre-register.thecommonstead.com. And you're seeing a whole bunch of gobbledygook now. I've got to fix that. That's my bad. All right. Well, folks, I hope you found this evening's session educational and informative. If you have anything you want to throw in the chat, now is the time to do it. We're not going to take live questions. Oh, thank you, Pete. Does it still say that? It should now say the right one. Let's see if that's doing it. I can't tell because I'm hosting. Good now. Thank you, Pete. Thank you for acknowledging. Some of us hosts can't see that. That's the interactive form. You can fill that form out and or just go to the link at any time. Register for anything you have interest in. That'll put you into the drip campaigns for those tools. And any questions you have, throw them in the chat. We'll take a couple of minutes here.
Charles, you're muted.
How about now? I said, thank you, Pete, for acknowledging, because us hosts couldn't see that. I think I muted myself up while I was trying to make it happen. So pre-register.thecommonstead.com. Best thing I'd recommend, go to our calendar and join us tomorrow for the CompSTA training with, you'll see William and Sydney there. That's going to be the first of many that we will have. And then from thereafter, it's going to go to open office hours. Attend the open office hours, folks. I mean, they're great ways to just get into understanding more about the products, more about the services, how to get things done. There are tremendous opportunities. They're not highly attended, so you don't have to think that you're going to be with a big crowd. 10, 15 people typically is what you're going to find. Leverage those before they get too much bigger than they are. With that being said, thank you all for being here this evening, and looking forward to the next phase of our growth. And for those who are going to be here live, we are excited to see you in person, and the best is definitely ahead. Y'all have a wonderful evening. We'll see you next month on the next town hall, and let's get this show on the road. Contest time, CompSTA time, Puerto Rico time. I mean, come on. How much better can it get? But still.
By the way, sir, the Bulldogs got
Good night,
a
y'all.
good win.